Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2019, episode number 8. We head into the conference tournament, and if we're lucky, maybe another win or two in the tournament. We might make a postseason tournament. We'll find out soon. First round for us is going to be against Hawaii. We are the higher seed, but Hawaii just beat us in the final game of the regular season. But I had 2 players out injured. Injury report is now blank as they are both back. It's been a week and a half since that last time we played them. So they are 6-10 in conference. We are 10-6 in conference. What a bounce back year this has been. But we're not expecting any fireworks the rest of the way. But you look at our stats for the season, 75.8 points per game, just a little bit more than that on the points against, so we are a little bit in the negative. 43% from the field, 33 from 3, 75 at the charity stripe, 32 rebounds a game, 17 assists, just about 5 blocks per game, and nearly 8 steals. So our high press is forcing quite a few turnovers, and we only give the ball up 12.5 times. So based on the statistics, we are the better team. We've had the better season. But game prediction, Hawaii favored by a decent margin. My top scorer has been freshman Brennan Runyon, the power forward. So that is our leading scorer right now. Other than that, all of the stats going to the seniors. Also, Maryland has dropped from 1st to 5th as they've gone 2-4 in their final 6 games of the season. Georgia Tech now on top of the standings, Arizona in 2nd. And you can see there's a lot of damage, a lot of losses to the top teams. And that really comes down to the structure of the league. Instead of having a Power 5 conferences where you can have a few really, really dominant teams in each of those conferences, all the dominant teams are placed together. We are Conference G, but if we look at Conference A, look at that. You got Arizona 12-4, North Carolina 12-4, Florida 11-5, Gonzaga 10-6, Connecticut, Louisville, Notre Dame, Villanova. So you can see just how, being like Michigan this year, 6-10, Oklahoma State 6-10, and these teams just got relegated. So Purdue, Florida State, relegated. Those are outstanding teams. But they beat up on each other. I mean, you look at their record. Last place, Florida State, is still 14-13. They were 10-1 in their non-conference schedule. But they absolutely beat up on each other, which is actually something that the Pac-12 has done to itself of late. You look at the RPI, and every single one of them is in the top 100, with Florida State just 2 spots out of it. Now, I'd love to bounce back to Conference F now, but I don't expect it to happen this season. Looking back up at Conference F, where we played a year ago, they beat up on each other a little bit more, and look at that. So 7-9 is a 3-way tie for the last relegation spot. So 6-10, Boise State, who we matched last year, they went 6-10 again. This year, they are going to be relegated. All right, well, let's get to the game. It's Hawaii. Top 4 teams get a bye in the conference tournament format. So top 4 teams at the end of the season get a first round bye, and then 5th through 12th play each other. And you have 5-12 matchup, 6-11, and so on. And then the 4 winners then will play against those top 4 seeds in the second round. And then from there, you've got 4-2, and then a winner. All right, we are in the light green, dark green for Hawaii. And first score goes to Hawaii. We're already a minute into the game as we draw the game's first foul, first dead ball. We immediately have another dead ball as that pass was deflected out of bounds, and we level the score at 2, but Hawaii gets it right back at the other end. We have a miss, and they're going to draw the foul. Chance to go up higher? No free throws on that one. They called it on the ground. Another foul, but still again on the ground, not on the shot. And we've got a tied game 4-4 here early on, nearly 4 minutes into the game. And neither team showing any advantage necessarily, but if we look at the stats, it is Hawaii +5 on the rebounds. +5. That's going to be a real edge for them if they can keep that up for long. Dead ball on the turnover. Draw the foul there right from the free throw line, but it was no shot, so it was on the ground. We draw an and one. Can't make the free throw, though. And with the 1 point lead, we are already 7 minutes into the game. And from the free throw line, we're going to add 2 more to that total. As we get some of our backups into the game here for the short term. And after the traveling call, some quick back and forth between the two teams. Both teams playing a bit up-tempo at the moment. And after that make from Hawaii, we get our first TV timeout. And then they grab another 3, so it's all Hawaii at the moment, but we finally grab some momentum back after we make the free throw, and we've got out of bounds, but it's Hawaii's ball. Shot clock violation. Excellent defense there. Offensive foul by Runyon on that one, so the freshman called for the offensive foul. But there's no foul. Okay. Not showing an offensive foul on his stats. Alright. Defensive foul. I think I'm about to use a timeout as we trail by 5 right now. Kicked ball. Hawaii takes it in again. Working the ball around the outside of the perimeter. And they throw that one away. Timeout there, but not mine. I guess we'll take it. We've got the momentum coming out of that timeout. Out of bounds, still our ball. A little bit of delay here. There we go. Turnover. Momentum's gone. Oof. Hawaii gets the bucket. Runyon missing free throws. That's not going to help us build any momentum. But we got the offensive rebound and got the bucket. That helped cut the lead down a little bit. Lead's at 4. Three-pointer there. Cuts the lead to 3. But right now we are not shutting Hawaii down at all. They went 1 of 2 from the free throw line on that occasion. That helped us out a bit. And after a couple free throws, the lead is 4. Three-pointer there by Hawaii. Stretches that lead back out. Every time we make a dent in the lead, they come right back down to the other end and score. The 1-and-1 is a miss there, so we get a chance at the other end. And again, we score, and they come right back down to the other end and score. We finally get a stop there and get a score and a foul as Crosby has a chance for 3 points, and he does, and it cuts the lead to 2 with just 30 seconds left to play. I'm going to go ahead and use a timeout on that dead ball with just 15 seconds left here in the half. And we draw the foul, 6 seconds left. It's a 1-and-1, but Ramey makes the first, so he's going to get a second shot here. And he makes them both. We got a tie game with 6 seconds left. Can we make a stop? And no score, so we enter the second half with a tie game. So we trailed almost the entire half, but we come back right before the half to level the score. We are -6 on rebounds, but we are +1 on turnovers and shooting 50% from the field. Free throws, we got a nice edge there. Right from the free throw line on that make. Hawaii got the scoring started here early in the second half, and we actually trail by 5 at the moment. Carr missed the shot, but he goes to the free throw line and makes both free throws to cut the lead back down to 3. Both teams missing some shots at the moment. Ooh, called for the foul that time. He goes 1 of 2 though, so not too much damage done. Working the ball inside. Finally get the shot off and get the make. 49-47. And scores level. Cut the gap on the rebounds a bit. It's down to a -3. Really making a difference here in the second half. Both teams shooting at or near 50%. One of the things that's helping us is more free throw attempts than them. And we had that little bit of an edge in the fouls department, but this is a tight game. Right now, momentum's starting to go our way a little bit with 12 to play. And Mickey Williams here stretching the lead out to 5 from the free throw line. We get another field goal, and now it's a 7-point lead. Rebounds are level. Turnovers +1. And Hawaii's starting to miss some shots here, giving us a little bit of an edge, and the lead goes to 9. As it's been a while since Hawaii has scored, though they get a bucket there. And it's 60-54, halfway through the second half. Three-pointer there. Important bucket, puts the lead to 10, and then we make it 12 on the very next possession, and now 14 as we score on 3 straight possessions. Looks like we drew a foul on that one. Yes, we did. Sitting at the line is Grant Harrington. Just 4 points today, but he's got a chance to make it 6 here. (71-56). Looking more and more likely that we're going to win this thing with just 6 minutes left to play. We had a close contest throughout, and then all of a sudden we go on a bit of a run, and we almost instantly put the game out of reach. Just in a couple minutes of play. Carr's got 23 points. Runyon's got 17. Mickey Williams have 11 as they all head to the bench with 4 minutes to play with a 19-point lead. Now just 3 minutes to play. Hawaii gets a 3 there, but we come down and score. They can't afford to trade buckets as we keep the score at 19. And we went from behind on rebounds to +9. So it's been all us in the rebound department in the second half. And that is ultimately the difference. That and the fact that we've risen to the occasion shooting-wise, as we're now at 55%. 86-66 as we enter the game's final minute. Three-pointer by Hawaii cuts the lead a little bit, but it's not going to have any impact as the game will end. And we get 2 quick buckets to get up by +21. Final score 90-69. Comfortable in the end, but that was anything but comfortable until about 10 minutes to play.
You have new mail.
Next up will be Baylor. Baylor was 3rd in the conference standings, so don't mind having to play them compared to others, but I think we played Baylor earlier in the season and lost. Or did we? Let's see. Baylor, where are you? No, we won a 1-point game. So we beat Baylor 75-74 at home. We are not at home this time. They've got the edge in the guard matchup. And they are definitely a bit better statistically than we are, and heavily favored, 63% favorites. We don't have time to watch through every game, so we will go ahead and sim this game. I highly expect we're going to get knocked out of this conference tournament right now, right here. It's going to take at least one more win for us to survive, and we did! Oh my goodness, we beat Baylor 80-68. And that's going to potentially give us a chance to get promoted this season. Carr had 14, Runyon had 13, Harrington had 11. So our freshmen came up big along with Carr. Mickey Williams, player of the game, though, with 9 points, 5 assists, 12 boards, 3 blocks, 4 steals. Just a huge game defensively for him. Now Vanderbilt's up next, but here's the key. Oregon State still in it. Tulane is still in it. So St. Joe's gets knocked off by Oregon State. We've got 3 teams in contention for the 4th promotion spot. Tulane. Oh, Toledo was actually one of them that was in contention, because this was the 4-5 matchup. So Tulane and Oregon State. One of them is going to knock the other out, which means one of them is guaranteed to get through to the next round. And if we lose to Vanderbilt, whoever wins that game will get the 4th promotion spot. So this is a must-win. And let's go ahead and check the scouting report on Vanderbilt. If we're going to get promoted, ouch, 73%. Oh my goodness. Heavy favorites. That's the worst matchup I've seen all season.
You have new mail.
Are you kidding me? 92-77. Look at that. First half, big first half. 44 points in the paint. They only had 18. They never led. We led the entire game. Wow. Oh, wow. Runyon, the freshman, 18 points. 7-11 shooting. Massive game from him. Williams, 11 points. Bellamy, the senior, 8 assists, 16 points for him. Crosby off the bench with 12. And are you kidding me? We've got a chance. Oh, but I have an injured player. I have 2 injured players. Colt Carr, broken ankle. His season is done. Now, with an 18-12 record, I actually think we are going to make a postseason tournament. Getting this deep, getting to the conference final. We have a chance at a conference championship because, yes, the champion is the conference tournament winner, not the regular season team. So St. Joe's is not going to be the conference champion for Conference G. It's either the Oregon State Beavers or us. We've got a chance. We will definitely watch this game. View report. Ouch. Not looking good for us, though. Carr's the better player, but Carr's not going to play. So our only advantage is Colt Carr, and he is out of the game. So somebody did an ankle breaker, and it worked. Literally. Let's see. Statistically, though, we are pretty even. They are the better rebounding team, better blocking team. But we are quite close in a lot of areas. And when we played Oregon State earlier in the season, we beat them at home, 83-77. They were just 7-9 in conference. RPI were a bit above them. So even though they are the favorite, we've got a chance. I wouldn't completely rule out coming away with a win here. But without Carr, that's going to be trouble. Probably going to lose this one pretty bad. And whichever team wins this game is the fourth one promoted. Alright, we'll try to move quickly here early on. There is promotion on the line, but coming in pretty low expectations. I think Oregon State could win this game by 15, 20 points. This is neutral territory, so there is no advantage to either team. The only reason why we beat Oregon State earlier in the season was because we had the favorable matchup playing at home. We also had Colt Carr, who we do not have in the lineup today at all. So without Carr and without playing at home, I'm not expecting anything from this game, even though we won the semifinal, and I didn't expect anything from that game either. But if I'd have to play odds maker, I'd say 33%. They gave us, what, 24? We lead 8-4 here early in this game, though, but Oregon State drains a 3 to cut the lead to 1. And then draw a foul the next possession. They only get 1 of 2, though, to make the score 8-8. But then another 3 puts Oregon State ahead. Right now, rebounding, pretty level. Turnovers, pretty level. Field goal percentage, though, not looking very good. 30% from the field early on. 0 for 4 beyond the arc. Finally, a couple free throws to break our scoring drought. I was just about to burn a timeout to try to get things corrected in that department and see if we can get some scoring going. And after a couple free throws, Oregon State leads by 5. By the way, whoever wins this game gets an automatic invitation to the NCAA tournament as conference champion. And after a couple buckets, we've cut the lead to 2 and leveled the score, but Oregon State comes right back to retake the lead. But the momentum is definitely going our way at the moment as we draw the foul, but it was on the ground, so no free throws coming. Fouls now into the 1-and-1 territory. And Harrington goes to the line for 2 and makes them both his first points of the game. And with 6 to play here in the first half, Oregon State opening up a lead here, 29-21. It is time for a timeout. Let's go ahead and use the 30 here, try to build back some momentum as we had absolutely lost it here in the last little bit. Trailing by 8, all of a sudden offensive foul on that one. That's going to help give us a little momentum. No! Oregon State comes right back and scores. It's 33-24. This is what I was afraid of. They're starting to pull away from us. Another bucket with trail by 13 here just before half. Ooh, little momentum. Come on, a little run. Can we get a little run going? Get the lead down to maybe 6 or 7 before half. Not happening. Not happening. Dead ball, 30 seconds. Missed 3 there. Kick ball. They'll reset. And that's the halftime score is 39-28. It's not all Oregon State, but they're out-rebounding us. Plus 10 on the rebounds for them. Turnovers are level, though, but we're shooting just 36% from the field. And they're shooting 50% from the field. They're 9 of 10 from the free throw line, all of that contributing to this deficit. But the rebounds especially is hurting us. Good start to the second half, though. Has cut the lead to 4, and we have some heavy momentum at the moment. Come on, guys. Come on. Lead is down to 2. And it's tied, 41-41. Still carrying the momentum. Finally, Oregon State gets a score to take the momentum away. And a couple free throws add to it, and we're right back down to a 4-point deficit. Missed 3. Going the other way. foul called on this end. And Oregon State lead by 5. Ugh. Fouls are 5-1 so far in this half. That's going to hurt a lot. We are minus 12 on rebounds. They are nearly out-rebounding us 2-1 in this game. And that is absolutely the difference right now, even though we only trail by 4. Field goal percentage is pretty similar now, as we've improved a lot here in the half. We're plus 5 on turnovers, but that minus 12 on rebounds is hurting a lot. And the fact that they are 12 of 14 from the free throw line, and fouls are 7-1. They're already into the bonus, and they get 2 free throws there that they shouldn't have gotten. Despite all that, it's a 1-point game. Finally, we draw a foul. Ooh, multiple fouls in one possession, and this. We're evening up in that department just a little bit. Still minus 3 in the fouls department, but getting closer. Working the ball to the outside, get it inside to the elbow, and make the bucket. And it's a 1-point game. From the free throw line, and we have the lead, 55-54. Ooh. T on Tyler Bellamy. That hurts. That hurts a lot, Bellamy. Bellamy with 14 points to lead scoring for us. Gets back into the game. And he makes another one. 17 points for him. And we're trading buckets. It's 60-59. 2 free throws there. Oregon State makes the 3 to tie the score. 3 minutes to play. 3 minutes to play. Oregon State takes the lead. They get the rebound after the missed shot there. Working the ball around the perimeter. Now up on top. Defending man-to-man. They're running a high post game. 9 seconds on the shot clock. 6 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to have to get a shot off here. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. The 3 is missed. We grab the rebound. Down to the other end. No play being run at the moment. They're running man-to-man defense. We get the ball down into the block. Crosby misses the shot but is fouled. We're going to have a TV timeout. Crosby's going to have a chance to level the score here. Makes the first. Misses the second. Defensive rebound there by the Beavers. It's a 1-point game with 2 minutes to play. Again, they're running that high post. This time down to the side, now back on top. We're still running a man-to-man. They get it into the low block. And the shot is up and good from Jackson. He's got 18 and 10 boards. Big star today. 6 turnovers, though. Speaking of turnovers, we're plus 6 there. That's our best chance of getting back in. And the 3 is good. The 3 is good. That was Bellamy who sinks that. He's got 20. And it's a tie game. Close range there on that one, though. And the score 66-68. Oregon State got their bucket. We've got it into the elbow. The shot is up. No good from Runyon. But we get the offensive rebound. That is probably the biggest rebound of the game with just over a minute to play. Trailing by 2. And Bellamy again. Now he's got 22. Full court press is on. And they're going to get it out of the backcourt here. And set up their high post again. We're still running that man-to-man defense. It's been successful 2 of the last 3 times. And that same spot, this time it was Thelman. He's got 13, so those 2 guys leading the way for them. Bellamy throws it away. Turnover with 43 seconds to play. Boy, I should have used a timeout on that one. Full court press. And they're going to beat it again. And they set it up. 34 seconds to play. 19 seconds shot clock, so they cannot run the clock out. Ball into the elbow. Now back out Long range 2. This is where they've been dangerous. They get it into the other block, down low. They have to kick it back out, reset. 8 seconds. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Right at the free throw line. No, down to the block. They kick it back out. Shot clock violation. We're going to go full timeout. Full timeout here. We trail by 2. 13 seconds to play in the game. And there's that timeout. Okay. I've got 2 timeouts left after this, by the way. Ball in. We get ball up court quickly. 10 seconds to play. And Reiner, the freshman, off the bench with the bucket, ties the score. 2 seconds. Oh! Oregon State with the buzzer beater to win the conference championship. No promotion for me. No conference championship. No NCAA tournament bid. As we come so close. But Oregon State, Jackson, Cameron Jackson, 21 for the game. Double-double for him. Big day. Yes, he had 6 turnovers, but he also is credited with the game-winning three-pointer at the buzzer. Oh. Nice finish to the season, though. What a great job from the team. We do not rubber band. We don't bounce back with an instant promotion, but the team looked so much better. So much better in our second season. And I can't wait for next season because I've got some players coming. And then all of that was without our top player, Colt Carr, who was injured with a broken ankle in the semifinal. We also had Ramey and Harrington both going down. So our backup point guard and our starting shooting guard both with sore knees, sore arms there in that game, as that was a real battle. So we are 6 days away now from the next contact period in recruiting. And I've got one more player to go out and sign. So Oregon State, after a terrible season, is going to find themselves in the NCAA tournament and will hang a banner. And we will not. Let's go ahead and finish this week off here. RPI finishes at 100. Not bad. Not NCAA tournament level, but we should get some sort of tournament invitation with that 18-13 record and getting to that conference final. Rankings now, Georgia Tech still on top, Arizona second, Florida third. St. Joe's gone from the rankings, so we end up with nothing within our conference. Still a few days away from
You have new mail.
the contact period. And now it's time for the selection show. Let's go ahead and watch it, but I don't have any expectations. I do not think we're going to make the tournament.
You have new mail.
In fact, I'd really just give us about a 5% chance. Playing games. Nobody from the conference. Arizona gets a 1 seed. No surprise there. Maryland, after being number 1 for so long. What a terrible finish to the season. They were 20-4. So 3-5 down the stretch. They drop all the way to a 3 seed. Utah, only a 4 seed. Boy, they were number 5 or 6 in the country just recently. Georgia Tech gets a number 1 seed, and there is Oregon State. So the Beavers all the way down to a 16 seed with that 17-14 record. Incredible run at the end of the season there. to win the conference tournament, and they've got to take on the number 1 team in the nation in Kansas City. UConn, a 2 seed. Duke, just an 11 seed. UNC, a 2 seed. Clemson, a 3 seed. Gonzaga, a 4 seed. Villanova, just a 7 seed for them. There was St. Joe's. I kind of missed what seed that was. I think it might have been a 14 seed. Texas A&M gets another 1 seed. Marquette, a 2 seed. Wow, good for them. Iowa, a 3 seed. Ohio State drops to a 6 seed. They were like 3rd in the nation for a while there, early in the season. Ducks, a 7 seed. They'll play Kentucky, who are just a 10 seed. That's what I'm talking about. That's the exciting thing about this play style, breaking away from the normal conference structure. You get the excitement of promotion and relegation. I could be an absolute nobody, and I'm still fighting for something like I ended up this season. And then you get big teams beating up on each other. UCLA, Xavier. And that's that. No, we did not get in, as expected. Thought I had new emails. No? Guess not. Oh, hey, there you go. NIT Tournament, St. Bonaventure. So we get into the NIT, so the 2nd tier tournament. Do not have much time left in this episode, though. And I don't have high expectations, but do I have a scouting report? There it is. Postseason tournament. We get an invitation to the NIT. They are from Conference E. Wow. Surprising how high they are. I didn't think St. Bonaventure was that high prestige-wise. The setup of the divisions were done initially last season based on prestige. So St. Bonaventure 15 and 13, and they are favorites across the board. Again, the only place where I am the favorite is small forward with Colt Carr. However, Colt Carr has a broken ankle, will not play. Ramey and Harrington still have the sore knee, sore arm until tomorrow. So while they are eligible for the game, they're hurting. I've got a 38% chance, but that is not taking into account that Carr is missing from the game. So not looking like we're going to get past this first round. But let's go ahead and see what happens. And then we'll see our scouting report, win or lose. And it is a loss, so we are out of the tournament. Our season is done, just like that. Terrible first half. We come back in the second half a bit. They led the entire way. They led by as much as 21, but they only end up winning by 12. They definitely had the edge on the points in the paint. Bellamy had 15. Jason Williams, a minus 15 playing for Colt Carr, so we definitely missed him quite a bit. 3 of 13 shooting for him. He did end up with 8 rebounds, but that is not Colt Carr kind of numbers, as Carr did not play at all. And remember, I also had 2 guys that were hurt and trying to play. Harrington, Ramey, both playing. Ramey went 1 of 6, Harrington just 2 of 5. So those injuries definitely took their toll on the team. Player of the game goes to Mark Robinson with 24 points for him, 7 assists. And our season is done, but we at least made it to the NIT tournament, and we ended up with 18 wins. What a fantastic year after a terrible, terrible first year. Now, I've got a couple days until we get into contact period, so I'll finish with that. We're not going to get all the way to see who won the NCAA tournament, as I've got just a few minutes left here in the episode. By the way, Vanderbilt, a much better team than us, actually gets St. Bonaventure in that next round. And they also lost. Ole Miss beat Ball State. Pepperdine beat Radford. The day before, Tulane beat Tennessee State in the NIT. Toledo lost in the NIT in the first round. Baylor lost in the first round. So a lot of teams made it to the NIT, but a lot of teams went down. And here is that first round matchup, Oregon State at Georgia Tech. But it is the 16th. Let's go ahead and go to recruit players. And, not showing yet. I thought it was the 18th or 16th. The 19th. Okay. 3 days. So we'll get that far anyway. Ouch. Massive blowout. Oregon State drops the game to number 1 Georgia Tech. Tulane drops their game to Minnesota. Here we have St. Joe's with Cincinnati, the only other team. So we only end up with 2 teams in the NCAA tournament. That's a pretty small number for as high of a conference as we are. Cincinnati beats St. Joe's, so they are out as well. And that's it. Our run in the NCAA tournament, from our conference at least, is finito. It's done. Now, it's time to get after that final recruit. Okay, we're going to watch film on all of these guys left, but here is Jamal Hunter. This is the guy that we're after. So we will visit recruit. Location he cares about, Beaverton, so that is absolutely what we're going to recruit. We are just 9th on his list. Let's see what happens. What information do I have? Ooh, parents care about location too, even though they don't have a lot of influence over him, but that will feed into it. I've got a good chance of recruiting him. He's a B overall, good rebounder, good scorer, really good inside shot. Not so good at other things, but hopefully he'll have some high potential. He has been hovering just outside of the top 100 all season long. Tiago, we're number 4 on his list. Robinson, number 5. Definitely got a chance at some other players if we don't get him. And what am I doing? I'm crazy here. I've got a chance to contact 3 other guys. I need to do that. Very much need to do that. The highest ranked one left is Woolfolk. So let's go ahead and visit him. He's from Phoenix, Arizona. Location, not very good. Facilities, I'll have to pitch that. Okay, Robinson is the next one. Do I have any power forwards left on this list at all? This Robinson. Okay, let's try him first. Let's see, academics. Academics it is. Because Montana, not close. Okay, and then we have 1 left, and I guess Robinson, the other Robinson. For him, it's also academics. That's our strong suit. So there you go. There's 4 guys to try to recruit. And we're not going to have any Conference G's left to see. other than Pepperdine, the last one here, Middle Tennessee, in the CIT tournament. See how they do. And they're still alive. Let's go ahead and switch to the NCAA to see how we're doing, as we are down to the Sweet 16. Arizona and Arkansas both still in it. Georgia Tech still in it. But UConn has gone down to Georgia State. Some top seeds still alive in Houston. Only one upper seed is gone, and that is Gonzaga, who went out in the first round. This side of the bracket is still intact, but Kentucky and Ohio State. So Kentucky from the 10 seed might have struggled this season, but it's still Kentucky. So they beat Oregon. They beat Marquette. They knocked off 2 top seeds to get through as far as they have. Okay, now starting to get into those next matchups, as we have St. John's with the upset over Arizona, Arkansas beating Georgetown to get to the Elite Eight. North Carolina State upsetting the number 1 team in the nation, Georgia Tech, and Duke doing it again. Duke beats Georgia State to get to the Elite Eight. These guys haven't played yet. Those matchups here today. Florida beat Seton Hall. North Carolina beating Clemson. And here it's Texas A&M over New Mexico. And Kentucky finally loses their run over with Ohio State getting the win.
You have new mail. You have new mail.
All right, Jamal Hunter. We got him. We got him. And actually, all of the guys were really impressed, so I could have signed them as well had we been going for him. Well, possibly. Let's just check that out. Wolfolk, we moved up to number 7 on his list. Robinson, we're up to number 4. And James Robinson jumped to number 1. He really liked us. We could have gotten him if we wanted. But there's a huge difference in ranking between this Robinson and Jamal Hunter, number 123, 831. And you can definitely see a difference in quality. So we got the guy we wanted. All right. Well, technically, we are now done with everything. And I'm out of time for the episode. However, I'm going to just try to go fast. And we will try to watch and see what happens here. Oh. That's not what I wanted. End of March. Auto save. Trying to get the tournament up for you as it sims. Okay, so Arkansas beat Duke. Texas A&M beat Florida.
You have new mail.
And there you go. Arkansas is your NCAA champion for this season, the 2019-2020 season. And that's going to do it for this episode on Decathlon Gamer. And remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my road to the record. Bye for now.